Howdy y'all, this is CJ here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing part 7 of the Fanhome's Millennium Falcon build. Hope you guys are ready for it. Let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, let's go ahead and bring in our next issue number 7. And let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at what's inside. So to start off with, on the first page, you're introduced to the YT-1000 Light Fighter. First of the Corellian Engineering Corporation's YT series of light fighters, this precursor of the Millennium Falcon introduced several features that set the pattern for the CEC's later ships, including a marked appeal to smugglers. Right below the picture, you can see a nice good image of what the YT-1000 looked like. Down below, we have some technical specifications for said ship. Like length was 28 meters, maximum speed was 740 kilometers per hour in the atmosphere. Hard drive rating was a class 3, backup was class 16, shielding was equipped, armament, it had one standard laser cannon turret, navigation system, it used the Navi computer, and then it could hold 75 tons for its capacity. Go ahead and turn the page. And then here you get to see a kind of a side view of the YT-1000 fighter. Some more information on the ship itself. Next page, we have the crew facilities. You got kind of what the Millennium Falcon looks like on the inside. You can see R2-D2 sitting there in the corner right there. And then down here it says, the Millennium Falcon might have become cluttered, untidy, and sometimes unreliable over the years, but her owners viewed her with affection, not least because she offered a surprisingly comfortable home for long periods in space. So go ahead and turn the page, and then you can kind of see the crew quarters, kind of a cutout of what it looked like, and had kind of some information about what is what. Like you had the bunks right there. See here, what else was there? There's drawers along the bottom below the bunks. Bunk comfort controls. Storage lockers. There's a list of things that are on this cutout. But let's go ahead and continue on. On this page, you can kind of see the kind of like a concept drawing for the interior of the Millennium Falcon, what they refer to as pirate ship interior. Kind of see the stage artist, I think. I'm not 100%. I don't do videos, so obviously I'm not 100% sure of all the roles. But here's a guy making the seats for the interior. And then go ahead and turn the page, and then here we will see the next set of parts that we'll get in this assembly stage. So you get a floor, you get some screws, and you get parts for the seating, and you get another sprue of parts that we'll have to cut out. So let's go ahead and get to this page. So the instructions do mention the fact that you will need some side cutters, if needed a molding knife, and a emery board or a like needle files. So I have those. Let me bring them in real quick. So I do have a needle file right here. It's a nice little tool. You got some side cutters right here. What I use is the micro mark. They're really good at getting close to the parts. And then I do have a modeling knife right here. It's by Excel. It comes in very handy. But one thing I do want to emphasize is that if you're going to use a modeling knife and you are below the age of, let's say, 14, I highly recommend that you use adult supervision. Basically have them use the knife for you. It is a very sharp tool. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So if you're under the age of 14, I highly recommend having adult supervision with you. So a little bit. Let's go ahead and continue. So let's go ahead and bring in the sprue of parts. They're going to look like this. You can see that the bench seating already has some weathering to it. So let's go ahead and start cutting these pieces out. Just give it a snip here. And a snip right there. And right there. So like I said, I used a micro mark for my side cutters. And as you can see, it actually gets pretty close to the product and actually leaves it almost flush. It's not 100% flush, but it's pretty darn close. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the needle, this needle file, and I'm actually going to run it across here a little bit to flatten it down. Kind of feel with my fingers. There we go. Let's get the other side. All right. Now let's get the top real quick. There we go. All right. So now it's all nice and flush. And it says to go through, and it says that some edges may be slightly rounded off by the molding process. And it says basically just do what I just did and file them flat, file them smooth. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these cut out. I'm going to try to line them up onto the table in the same way that they're sitting in the sprue, so that I know where everything is. Set that there. there. Alright. So that's one side. Let's go ahead and cut out the parts on the other. There we go. Alright, 2 more pieces to cut out. Alright, sprue is empty. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. We won't be needing these anymore, so I'll go ahead and put this off to the side as well. Now I'm going to go through and kind of flatten out some of these edges. That side feels pretty good. Give it a little bit here. There we go. Alright. You can just use your fingers to kind of run it along the edges to see if you can feel them. There we go. Alright. Let's go through these ones real quick. See if any of these need filing. So we don't want too much left over. A lot of these are pretty good because, like I said, it gets my snippers get pretty close to the product, so I don't really have to worry too much about leftovers. And if I do, it's not very much. Takes all of a second to just file it down. Alright. Let's go ahead and set that down right there. Pull this off to the side. And let's turn the page. Alright. Let's go ahead and fold this in half for right now. Just so I can consolidate space. Alright. So, what we'll need is some super glue. And it says to use a toothpick, which is recommended for the type of super glue that they're talking about. Luckily mine has a brush, so it won't be that much of a big deal. Well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and line everything up real quick. So let's bring in these parts right here. Let's see here. Yep. Go ahead and just line them up like this. Let's go ahead and just, so let's see here, we'll need these wider pieces. Those will go right there. This is just gonna kind of help me see what I'm doing. And then let's go ahead and put these here. And then we'll need to put these ones here, the other thicker, wider ones. And then these little thin strips will go right here. All right. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. Let's grab this piece here. And let's go ahead and put some, says that there's cushions located into the holes. Alright, so it says to try out all the cushions, make sure they fit before you glue them into place. So basically just plop them in there, make sure they're sitting nicely. There we go. Alright. And then after you have confirmed that they do sit into the grooves properly, you can go ahead and get some glue and glue them into place. Like I said, mine has a brush, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. I'm gonna put some dabs of glue along the bottom to kind of help, and then just push it right into place. Put it right there. Just go ahead and get the other one done real quick. Alright, so before I put this on, you can take a look at it. You can see along the edges, right here, here, and then two down here, there are little grooves there. And then on the cushion, there's little tabs on these. You can kind of see them. That'll go right into the grooves into the bed frame. Alright, next we're going to be taking these and putting them along the sides. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. And there are grooves along the edges as well that'll kind of help guide you into putting them into place. And looks like there is a specific way you have to do this. So let's just make sure we get these into the, I'm not going to glue these parts just yet. I'm just going to fit them into place so that we can check. Oh, there we go. All right. Like I said, you want to make sure you get the right size. So these two, nope, these two right here are the same. And then the rest of these have like a curve to them. All right. So they would sit in there like this and like this. All right. Let's just let those fall out. There. All right. Let's get some glue in here. One little dab should be enough. And then just set this into place. Let's do the other side. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. Now we take one of these. Let's put a little bit of glue right there. Kind of spread itself out a little bit for that one, but that's okay. So let's just set this one right there. There will be a bit of an edge there. That's fine. All right. Let's go ahead and get this side done. Just a dab of glue. Let's grab these. And just set them in right there. And right there. All right. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. There we go. Alright, now let's go ahead and put these two halves together. Just make sure that everything is spaced out correctly. There. Alright. There you go. Now you have, I believe this is a storage spot for the interior. Let's see here. No, I'm sorry. This is a bunk. Seems rather small, but then again, we're building a model, not an actual bed. So, that's to be expected. Next, let's go ahead and bring in this piece here. This will be for the bench. It's got 3 posts on the bottom. That'll be for putting into place later on onto the floor. Let's grab this. Then this is actually going to be going into this. You got this groove here along the thing. And then you got this raised piece that circle around. This is going to go right into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue, and it shows you doing a dot, but I'm just going to run it around the length of the bottom here, and then just push this right into place, hold it, and there we go. Yeah, it said to put 5 small drops of super glue into the channel in the curved seat base. Then press the cushion into place, hold it until glue bonds. Like I said, mine's got a brush, so I just kind of just went along the inner channel. But it seems to be worked just fine. And then this is for the people who want to actually paint their model. I'm still on the fence of whether or not I actually want to do something like that. So, but if you actually want to do it, go for it. It'll show you little techniques on how to paint, like the side control panels of the cockpit. Give it a little bit extra detail. Shows you how to weather the seats a little bit. And then the back page, the last page, will have instructions on how to glue everything into place. But that's it for that. Alright, so that was part 7 of Fanhome's Millennium Falcon. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. And be sure to hit the bell icon so that you are notified next time I make a video. Now, if you guys want to build this model for yourself, I will put a link to Fanhome's website down in the description. And if you guys enjoyed the music that was playing in the background, I'll also put the artist's YouTube channel down in the description below as well. You go ahead and check him out. He has really good music. His name is Dave Bronze. But in the meantime, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.